The mines are my biggest concern, right? If he pushes up the AVRE. The mine that he's literally heading straight forward. Oh, no. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and thank you to everyone currently watching this. This is a 2v2 game on the map Road to Kharkov. We got Perry, Fukilla versus Ender and SS Monkey Division. I will say, I hate people who have this stupid name, or these names, but I will say being Monkey in terms of like Sea Dog VA, not terrible. But still, I dislike names like this because I think it's stupid and dumb. Anyway, we got ourselves American and Brit versus Austere and OKW. I also want to say, if you want to submit a replay, you can submit it down below to my Gmail or Discord. Either way, I'll check it out a lot. Today, I'm actually covering a lot of replays from my Discord, so I want to make sure I got a number of them. But anyway, what do we got for doctrines? Well, Fukilla is going airborne. We just saw that one in a recent replay and how it failed. Well, not necessarily it failed, it just wasn't, I mean, used very well, just the player was an asshole. And yeah, he blamed everything. Rail Engineer Regiment's being deployed. That could be an AVRE, Rail Engineer Regiment, which he has not deployed, though I would recommend if you want a good early game infantry unit that gets a bunch of awesome resources from scavenging wrecks. Which, again, if you're versing an OKW player, could be a Kupal, but in this situation, it looks like no Kupals on the field. Instead, building barbed wire, though. Oh, okay, he's building it so that way if the enemy charges up, he can't use the fuel. Or, he can't grab the fuel, and as well, he can't use the cover. It's not a bad idea. That being said, it does delay his advance, and right now the enemy is just putting a covered position on the VP. Maybe not the best, but at least there is an MG here guarding, so it does provide some defense for the infantry section as well while they make it. My cat has appeared. She's like, oh, fine, I'll come over here. MG has moved up to the better cover position as the infantry section has moved on in. We'll see how things go. Stern Pioneer's charging. Infantry section pulls back. Immediately the MG sends packing. Stern Pioneer retreats. Volk squad's moving back. Again, no cover really to speak of. Infantry section in good, or not, in fine cover, in yellow. We have that Rail Engineer that I mentioned earlier. On the far left, it looks like the Allies are doing slightly worse as both middle positions have been taken by the Germans. The Germans also have an MG kind of guarding the territory, and as well Grenadiers and Pioneers are moving back trying to figure out what the heck to do. Now, again, in this combat situation, how do you deal with the Germans when they have this setup? Well, mortar is typically a good way to go. But alas, he has not chosen that. He's instead gone a Rifleman into Pathfinders, which they don't have an IR ability as well, so I would call them, you know, I'm sorry, they don't have a direct strike ability, I should say. So otherwise, that would be perfect against this. Anyway, Sniper does fire on the rear echelon, and the Pathfinder pushes them back. Volk squads open fire, MG as well, hitting them. Let's see. I mean, good flank. Volk squads now will attack the MG. That all the infantry section that were covering it are now in a different position. Not the best. Not the best at all. And they will probably grab the VP, making a triple cap. What's this? Another MG, though, coming on in. Covering the other MG. God damn it. Just when the Axis were like, ah, yes, less MGs. Nope, Brits deploy MGs en masse. Luckily, he's just going to keep running. And the Volk squads will keep charging, and they're going to pull back their MGs. This guy's going to put one less defense, but again, I'm not sure how long he can hold against all of this. Still, not a bad push. Sniper backing up the Wehrmacht as Monkey is trying to advance and take out the Pathfinders. Rifle Grenade is a possibility right now. Oh, no, he is not. He does have Battle Phase 1, actually. So that would be good. Also, again, going with Strategic Reserve. It's interesting he hasn't gone with Assault Grenadiers, but that's actually panned out pretty well. His offensive has gone decently well against the Allies. We have that Engineer with a Flamethrower, which is great for bringing the infantry out of cover. We also have a mine here by the Germans, so good mine placement to delay any counterattack, even if they were pushed back. Germans actually pulling back to a better position. Not a bad idea. Build some cover, use the advantage you've gained to your advantage. And I love this cover being made so that way they can hold. And barbed wire being placed so the enemy can't use it. On the far left, good job with the cutoff, knocking out the Allied fuel effort, so allies are down significantly in fuel. Population-wise, they do have a small advantage. Perry has a decent amount of men with more engineers on the field. And again, with the flamethrower, that will burn them out of cover, but alas, they still aren't the best and strongest in terms of durability, so they'll be pushed back by the Volk squads in general and the Sturm. The Brits do have the advantage with the MGs. They can slowly push on in, right? But alas, German infantry is trying to delay them as much as possible. The mine does go off, killing 2 models. Volk squads very low on health, holding to as long as they could before retreating. But even with that, the British do manage to grab back their territory. Minesweepers going down, so again, the mines are less effective now. And overall, Ender trying his best to holding a larger army did pretty damn well, in my opinion. But with this entire area now falling to Allied hands, it becomes a situation where will all this infantry lock themselves down, right? And will they then swing over to counteract Monkey? Well, will this guy be neutralized? Well, it looks like the American is trying to advance, but Grenadiers and the MG, respectively, are holding him back. So, again, good, solid effort there. Sorry, something popped in my eye. Why bruh? What's the bruh for? I'm confused. Did you lose something? Did I miss something? You haven't lost a single infantry unit yet, unless he's just talking smack, which, again, if you talk smack and you end up losing, yes. I feel karma at its finest. Allied forces grabbing mid. Again, they have a camouflaged unit, and also the MG has a hard time seeing this area, so good. MG's kind of guarding this. Half-track moving on in to suppress. Volk squad's pushing. There is a mine here, but luckily detected by the the British, so they know where it is. Now it's really just holding. This one MG is not going to hold. I mean, it is actually not in cover. That's weird. It should be in cover. Anyway, the one squad's going to hold while they try to reposition their men. Again, the Brits don't have a lot on the front. Meanwhile, in mid, Pathfinder's trying to hold against the Grenadier. Mortar team's on the front, trying to wear down that MG. Sniper has 9 kills. Sniper's doing pretty well early on, so good job for him. 222 opening fire on the Pathfinders, forcing them back. And again, killing this recon beacon so that way they can't be detected on the minimap by the Allies. Not a bad idea. Sniper in the building, I guess, to help. 222 pushing on over. The Allies have the 222 to worry about. Luckily, they have AT guns respectively. Or at least one player does. Food Killer, what are you doing? I'm assuming a Stewart? In a... I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like a howitzer would be a little bit better with an AT gun. This man is just T-posing. He's perfectly fine. He's like, if I blend in, no one will see me. And it seems to be working. Sniper is not detecting him. Grenadiers will again go for the cutoff, which is big for the Allies to lose. VP-wise, it's still 3-1, or 3-zip, with the Germans successfully holding. 6-pounder unable to get the shot on target. So again, it's more just a holding action, with the Brits just trying to figure out what to do. Nice flank by the Volk, putting the engineers in a real rough spot.
A capture point is being overrun.
Half-track opening fire. Pushing them back. Infantry pushing on in. Sniper opening fire. Again, a lot of troops taking from multiple different angles. Pathfinders trying their best to move on in. Stewart pushing on in. Again, trying to do a cam. Light armor. Not a bad choice. But we do know the Germans have their own pack gun. And as well, do you place mines? I'm assuming, oh, maybe you did, but didn't pan out. Do we have tellers? I don't see any tellers. Well, mortar's coming down in, wearing down the MG. Sniper Vet 2, 15 kills. Solid effort with that thing. Really holding the enemy back. On the far right, half-track's advancing. 6-pounder, though, about to fire. Nice positioning by Ender. Puts him behind the building. So, again, can't get that shot on target. And looks like the allies are consistently being pushed back. 50 cal opening fire, pushing back the Grenadier. 222 very low. Sniper as well pulling back because, again, not a lot of troops defending it. Pack gun, though, will hopefully open fire on the Stuart, keep it away. Though, 222 is about to die here. But I don't know if that's part of the... Oh! Decrewed. That's a nice win. That's a better win. Stuart goes down by the pack gun. Great shot by Monkey. Rear Engineer is being hit by the support gun. Again, Brits might have a rough time with that thing's range. Unless he goes like AVRE and just charges and hits it maybe or something. Again, it's going to be curious to see what he does. He's yet to upgrade his base, right? So he doesn't have additional artillery or, you know, can't deploy additional units. Though with the Allies' fuel issues, I understand why armor is not the top priority. Somehow the infantry section... Oh, never mind. They're taking the territory. They're in it. I was like looking like, why aren't they in this? No, they are. Volk squad's pushing on in. We have an MG quickly trying to reposition. There is smoke coming down, so I'm assuming they thought the MG was here, but it repositions. They're going to pull back. Americans, even with the unit down, the Stuart specifically, they're still pressing. They tried to use the 222 as cover after it got destroyed, but alas, it got taken out by the pack gun. Good use of it. Lieutenant opening fire, but it's a close range unit, more likely than not, so gonna have a rough time being in the building. Grenadier is being hit by the 50 cal, but again, you have the sniper. The sniper will just consistently wear people down. It had 16 kills in the first 11 minutes. Solid stuff. Allied infantry gonna have a real problem with holding the line, in my personal opinion, unless we see something big come out. Mortar's luckily getting some nice shots, pushing back the Grenadier with a great hit. Rifleman could push on a flank, though. Do you have grenades? You do not have grenades. So honestly, it's one of those things where you have a grenade, you could at least, you know, push them out of the building or do something special, or maybe upgrade your men with bars, like bar finders and stuff. I don't know, but you're gonna need something else. You need something else. Half track pushed back because of the Brits, though. Again, Brits still having a rough time with a lot of the front points. Germans about to re-grab the VP for themselves, which is good for him. But it seems like overall the Germans have advantage this game. They have 200-point lead. They have a lot of good infantry. They've had a lot of good support. They're keeping the Allies back and away from the key focal points and are consistently aggravating or pushing against the Allies in a lot of key areas. However, big old blob of Pathfinders and a lieutenant coming on in. Maybe they can grab the territory. MG and sniper on standby as well. Still wearing down the infantry. 20 kills. Grenadier squad in the building, hopefully to wear them down. Volk squad is well there, so I don't think lieutenant will do very well. On the far right, Brits still having a rough time. Their MG and stuff has been okay. Mortar pit, a little farther back, but again, it is providing that mortar support and hopefully can wear down a lot of these guys, like knock out the MG or put smoke down or something like that. Actually, I'm surprised we haven't seen an assault officer. You would assume the assault officer would be good to wear down this infantry and throw pyrotechnics or smoke from afar. Sniper's still over here with Grenadiers pushing in on the munitions. We have the Pathfinder on standby, waiting to ambush with additional Pathfinder squads. Any bars? No bars. I really think bar finders would be solid. Chat, look, I know Pathfinders are as good as they used to, but by God, they can still be amazing. Sniper being hit by the Pathfinders, but again, just walking outside its range. Grenadier squad, though, very low from the amount of infantry coming on in. Does finally get bars. Good to see. Brits retake this VP. Again, it's been a pushback back and forth, but luckily, even though it's been back and forth, the Brits are still being very aggressive and actually are very close to PopCap in terms of SS Monkey and also Ender. Like, they're very close to like these two guys in population. Which, by the way, unfortunately though, Monkey is deploying the heavy Panzer Corps, so we could see like a Brumbar or Panzer IV out soon. Let's see, Ender is also getting a Panzer headquarters. That's operational and holding a very key point, which could go for the cutoff. Perry is done solid again, and he has upgraded, right? Sorry, Perry. There we go. He's actually upgrading all the way to Anvil, so already has that up. Artillery coming on in. Now, while this isn't the best because of... look, the Assault Officer is way better in terms of having pyrotechnics and also smoke. This is actually not too bad because even if they can't throw as far, they still get a little sight bonus, I believe. So, having pyrotechnics is a little better. It does offer something to the infantry section as well as that ability. Because a lot of people just go medics. Grenadier squad pushing on in. Mortar might be able to get a good rifle grenade. They're all grouped up. Rifle grenade would be perfect. Riflemen push on in against the Grenadier, trying to get outside negative cover. Grenadiers, I guess, are like, I'll join negative cover. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's a great plan. Grenadiers, though, on the other side of the field are being suppressed and held back by the Pathfinder. Sniper was pretty weakened. I'm assuming that's a mortar hit. British artillery just laying down the good defense against any encroaching Volk squads, though it looks like they're trying to make it up, but again, Vickers right there, so because of the airburst shell stuff, I don't think they're going to be there for too long. Oh, smoke! Smoke blocks the MG. Again, it's really just going to be if airburst hits that again. Nope. Germans continue to hold the VPs and provide a lot of great counters against the enemy. So we'll see how things continue to fare. Again, still holding this position, not too shabby. Volk squad pretty battered and bruised, but does manage to hold back the Royal Engineer squad. I guess the recovery Royal Engineer squad. Whatever, the beefed up Royal Engineers, them. MG, again, consistently being smoked, so they can't support this, though another MG does suppress them. Airborne coming on in, but the Brumbar is just smashing through the Allied lines. Again, 1AT gun not even looking the same way. Now, he did get Major, but again, not really any AT to speak of. You can up these with bazookas, but again, I prefer not to. Just because of the fact that that bazooka team is better on like Rangers. The paratroopers are way better when you give them LMGs or specifically Thompson, something like that. Infantry section holding the territory. Royal Engineer just chilling. You have the whole smoke going down. LEFH being made. Interesting strategy. Again, usually I would assume, based on Ender, that he wouldn't go that. I would make the assumption that he would go with, I mean, to be fair, he went Overwatch so we can deploy it in the first place, but you would make the assumption that because he has such an advantage and lead, he would go maybe for a King Tiger, or he might get a Panther or something like that. I get the amount of British infantry being the concern, but I don't think a stationary artillery is the best idea. But we'll see. Maybe he does very well with it and shocks the world. Sniper, by the way, shocking me with 30 kills, and so far the Americans are unable to deal much damage to it. They decap the fuel, but the munitions is still under Allied control, which is weird. The Axis got this, but not this. 50 cal holding back. Brumbar, I would be very careful. The AT gun is pretty much very close to being in range. Although, to be fair, they may not want to push because the sniper wearing down the Pathfinders a bit too much. One Brumbar shot could wear it down permanently. Again, I'm looking here at the Brits. There is a lot of infantry here, and with the LAFH, maybe a Churchill or the AVRE could be good. For Fukilla, I mean, he's basically dealing with like large groups of Grenadiers, and honestly, a mortar carriage I would be pretty good with, right? I've done this is the third replay I've done today. I think a mortar carriage would be good, chat. I'm being honest. I think that would be what you need to do. Smoke is going down. Volk squad's chilling. Grenadiers pulled back. Again, they're reinforcing with the ambulance, which I'm surprised by. Again, heal the bloody thing. It needs heals. I guess you don't have echelon. Jackson, I think, is also a good move to push back the Brumbar. Perry went with that AVRE. Monkey still has a Brumbar, but no additional forces. Ender, again, I would probably say get a mech out and go King. That's my personal opinion. I think King Tiger would be way better in this situation. Because there's so much infantry, I think a King would get you a lot. And also a mech would help heal your ally with the Brumbar. You have cash going down for additional fuel. That's pretty smart. And I don't think the Brits have revealed AVRE. I mean, they might have seen it, but not much you can really do with it. The mines are my biggest concern, right? If he pushes up the AVRE. The mine that he's literally heading straight forward. Oh, no. Great hit. 12 kills, first hit. I'm impressed. Alright, so the German infantry force just got smashed pretty hard. Again, infantry section don't have really much stopping them. They were, oh my god, the body's flying. That's amazing. Artillery is currently hanging this whole position. Infantry section just trying to do what they can. We have artillery coming down. The Americans not doing as well, but the Jackson is coming on up to hold back the Brumbar. Hopefully get some nice shots along range. Does pen. Again, you're walking straight in here, and you don't... Like, if you're hoping firepower can wear down the MG, that might work if they're spread out, but all grouped together, no. Not even close. We have ourselves a half-track, so mechanized building I could see. AVRE took some hits, but again, relatively fine. Infantry section got pushed back after their assault, but again, Ender did take a decent hit. If he starts taking some more manpower losses, I could see that being a bigger issue for getting an armored unit of any type. He does have double AT, so the AVRE does still have something to worry about. If he gets snared and hit, he could easily be neutralized. On the far left, Monkey is barely holding on. A lot of these units are injured, and then there's a lot of infantry coming on in. The MG got pushed back, and the Allied force seems to be literally about to pounce. But a nice rifle grenade, I believe a rifle grenade, or something. Why does this guy have 4 kills, but he's Vet 2? I don't understand. Anyway. Rifleman, oh, how do you have 2 kills in Vet 2? Jesus. Back in my day, you had to have 20 kills to get Vet 2. And that's without a bar. No, anyway. Grenadier squad gets pushed back. Pack on standby. 50 cal. Could move up and start doing some damage. AVRE launches another hit. Kills 4 models. Wears down something. Support gun's also neutralized by maybe the mortar pit? I'm not sure. Mortar pit's pretty far back, so I don't think it has that range. So I'm assuming maybe it hit something over here, and maybe they got a lucky long-range shot or something? I'm not sure. Maybe the artillery flares or a random artillery shot killed it. Again, I'm not entirely sure. MG being hit by the Brumbar and Grenadier. Gets neutralized. Jackson does miss. Pack gun hits Jackson. Infantry's pushing on in. Americans launching an assault. Trying to advance. Again, not a lot of blobs like the MG or anything like that. Brumbar's getting heals. Should be operational shortly. MG's in mid, but being hit by a lot of infantry section and artillery hitting the AT guns. Clearing the path for the AVRE. Again, the Germans are starting to falter a little bit. They lost middle VP. And also, they lost their MG. Nice shot. The Allies killed it. AVRE kills the AT gun, getting up to Vet 1, which, again, faster reload makes it even worse. After every 30 seconds, they get a shot. Brumbar being hit by the Jackson. Good hit from rear armor. Building goes down. Pioneers are the last things that holding. Again, I'm surprised these guys haven't moved up. This MG as well, I'm surprised they haven't moved up a lot from Monkey. Alright. Half-track repositioning, try to help hold this line. Or something, but we'll see how long that lasts for. Okay, he's moving on in. But you still have AT, I believe, right? Yeah, Jackson's still there, though needs heals. You have an M1 on standby. Oh, no. Okay, he runs. Good idea. Jackson does miss it. Hot damn, that was close. Good thing the AVRE spooked it, otherwise Jackson would have probably hit it. Infantry section pushing on in. Again, they're grabbing munitions. This is the farthest I think the Brit has advanced this game. Oh, no. If the AVRE gets a shot, this could be big. Oh! Well, AVRE has done 28 kills in the last couple of minutes. 28 kills. King Tiger, though, is on the field. Artillery coming down on the LAFH. And Ender went from literally one of the best armies on the field and dominating, essentially, or at least putting up a very good fight, to literally having one frontline unit left and a bunch of support. His artillery's gone. A lot of his forces are gone. His MG's gone. And now the Brit has clear advantage, especially with a Firefly. Again, the AT line will protect him against the Firefly or AVRE if he gets too close. And now you have a Tiger Ace too. Alright, so Tiger Ace on the field. Ooh, woo. Are you saying that because you got a Tiger Ace? Again, sometimes don't open your mouth, because we've seen that backfire with Karma. But the Axis do have a key strategy they could employ. Guarding that VP will allow them a 2-to-1 VP advantage, and that could allow them to win this game, even if they are slowly starting to lose this. Because again, it's now tied, but they had advantage. Oh no, not again! Oh my god. Well, there goes the Sturm squad. Ender cannot catch a break with that AVRE. This AVRE is so good. 35 kills now. AT gun, he is pissed. Look at this man. He's charging forward. AT gun saying it. Air is coming on in. A lot of airplanes being lit, lighting up the enemy. Firefly needs to get the hell out of dodge. Luckily, it's outside of the range. AT forces do push back to the King Tiger, with the Tiger Ace protecting it against the American who's trying to hit it. Again, this would be a good strike location for a Werfer or a Stuka. Jackson and AT gun are smashing it, extending range so they can see farther to keep the hits going. Fire comes down on mid to stop the cap, but alas, comes out a little late. Artillery, though, comes on in. Fire burning him up on the retreat. Doesn't kill any additional models. Very lucky for him. Again, infantry is just trying to reinforce. Axis airstrikes do hold back the enemy, but the Allies are in a good position to take this stuff back. Half track being made. And again, Ender can't just call another airstrike. He is down in resources. And to be fair, Monkey doesn't exactly have a lot of call-ins. I would say mines are good. Tiger Ace in a good position to just start hammering home against his infantry. AVRE back up and ready to go. He's like, where do I get some kills? Honestly, maybe hit the Tiger on... Oh, no. Well... Oh, Pioneers... Oh, I was going to say, if they walked on it, that'd be amazing. Pack gun charges. Does not use button. Does hit the AVRE, which pushes back. Again, if this is a battle of mid, this makes it a little bit harder for the Brit, because he has to move over into another area, which could be a little more concerning. But looks like he's doing fine. Kills the pack gun. That was a Vet 2-1. And now the Tiger Ace is under fire, severely damaged, and needs repairs. So... I will fully say, if anyone's like Greyshot, what caused the Allies to turn the tide? AVRE. AVRE is easily helping the Allies turn the tide. Pack gun gets recruit, hits the Firefly, though luckily bar finders are hitting it and wearing it down quite quickly, even from that far range. AT gun set on up. I would absolutely hit this half track. Like extend this. Oh, he doesn't have extended range, but I would move up and hit that half track, because you don't want the enemy to see you, especially with double support gun. The counterpoint I will say for the Allies, they need artillery to take out these support guns, everything from afar, right? AVRE, though, could move on in and hit it from around the tree, but something to keep in mind. Half-track does die, so again, Ender and Monkey are now down, and the Allies are up. And looks like Churchill is going in for that. Oh, fucking hell, not again. Well, they kill the AT, but it's still alive. Throws the flares. He might... a bit ballsy. Again, assault officer's so good he can throw farther. He does end up throwing the flares, which will cause havoc in this area with the artillery hitting not only the base, but any other units that come by. Might kill this, honestly. It's so low. We'll see. AVRE is almost good to fire. About 6 seconds. Grenadiers being pushed back by flamethrower troops. Jackson moving on in, hit the Tiger, but bounce off the King. AT moving on in. Again, you have some forces over here protecting this VP, though American forces slowly wearing him down. Enough AT from double Jacksons. Good job via a food killer. And a huge infantry attack force is still wearing down the Germans. They still have some good units. The sniper is like 40-some kills. They still have the Tiger Ace, though it's still undergoing repairs. Again, if this guy has so much resources, I would just go with vehicle crew repair so you can get up faster. Just pointing it out there. It's 4-1 for the Germans, but the Germans are in a small... having some issues, is what I'll say. Now, luckily, they moved over the support guns over to the more secure area. But again, the more secure area is slowly diminishing more and more as this game goes on, as this base just got hit. Now, is it dead? No. The Churchill doesn't have Vet 3, so it doesn't have the Firestorm, you know, more high explosive shot. But... oh, we have a Werfer? It's the mortar. Kills the mortar. That's a nice little win right there. Yeah, but it's just a mortar. They can recrew it with a cheap unit, which you don't have, but still. AT grenade hits it. Not much. They do decap it. AVRE about to... oh, can fire again. Move up and kill this thing. Or is there British artillery coming in? Oh, he's getting close to throw it. But the King Tiger's there. Firefly moving on in. No rockets available. He's trying to throw that pyrotechnic stuff. Again, assault officer. You can throw it and you don't need sight. It's very good. It's very fucking good. Throw it, throw it, throw it before you lose another unit. Oh, you're suppressed. Weren't able to throw. You might lose this. Jackson pushed against Tiger Ace. Actually weakened it quite a bit. AVRE misses. Doesn't stun it either. Firefly, though, still... I mean, like... the Axis are pushed back to their absolute breaking point. There's a line in the sand. The Axis can't be pushed back further. And that line is literally at where the Allies are right now. They're up to the line. If this gets destroyed, Ender is in a very bad position. Luckily, he was able to get his Jagdpanzer up, so he has a better form of AT. But right now, fighting the infantry is the biggest issue, because a lot of this stuff is more designed against... it's not frontline infantry. Grenadier squad barely alive. Again, Churchill getting another great hit.
They still have 300 points remaining.
Churchill just taking the Jagdpanzer shot and just brushing it off. Again, Lieutenant charging on in. AT gun is hitting the Tiger Ace but bounces. Pathfinder under fire from the support guns. Grenadiers hoping to push into mid. Not much. There's an MG there, so that would stop them if they have sight, and luckily they do. Suppressing the infantry in their tracks. Grenadiers will probably have to go back to base. Again, I'll say this. Great job with the vetted infantry. Like, solid work. And the sniper is up to 46 kills. So actually, more than the AVRE in the grand scheme of things. Which is insane to think about. MG gets neutralized by the artillery. Body goes flying. Tiger Ace trying to kill the 50 cal. Food kill is a bit, like, weaker than Perry. I wouldn't say he's necessarily too bad unless he loses his Jackson. Then it would be very bad. But at least he's wearing down the Tiger Ace. Got a good shot down to half health. The problem is they have nothing to hit the back line. That's where, like, the fire would come in handy to hopefully burn up some stuff. But it looks like the Germans are pretty smart, so I don't think that would necessarily work. MG gets pushed back by the half-track, hoping to clear this area. But Firefly comes on in saying, hello! And might kill it, actually. AT gun, though, on standby. Firefly could be in a world of hurt. But he's trying to kill it. There are no mines in the vicinity. I'm surprised it actually lived. I'm going to be honest. Luckily, the AT gun can't aim for its life. Where's that AVRE? It's just chilling in the back. Okay, looks like he got a couple more kills, but can't support the Firefly on this occasion. Can the Firefly be neutralized? Nope, hits the hill. Yeah, Firefly hits the Jag, though, and artillery will push the infantry back. So at least the right side's still under British control. Middle, though, German forces coming on in. AVRE is prepped and ready to fire, so that could be an issue. Tiger Ace is back. AT guns are smashing it. Again, it moves up, gets hit, brought down to, what? A third of its health gone? Half its health gone? And then it's like, well, shit, time for more repairs. This Tiger Ace has spent more time in the repair silo than it has actually fighting on the front. At least in my opinion. Like, it's only got 12 kills. Okay, never mind. They're going to repair and fight. I'm sure that won't go wrong. AT gun line just moves up being like, I'm sorry, I can still hit you. King Tiger in a weird position, has Spirit active so he can aim a little better. Sniper very close to dying. Jackson, again, hitting it from the side along with the Firefly hitting it. AVRE is looked like in a good spot, killed a few more infantry, 50 kills. It's overtaken the sniper at the very least. AT gunshots are bouncing off the Mighty King. 2 shots bouncing. That one didn't bounce, but he is pulling back. Tiger Ace is like, why can't I bounce like him? I just want to be cool like him. Why? Why can't I? Anyway, AVRE looking for a good hit. Maybe trying to hit this. Again, I think Assault Officer would be way better for him. Or he could hit the Volk Squad. Does wing it down to half health. Luckily, Storm Pioneer Squad's there, so easily repair, especially when he's upped it with a repair tool. So, there's that. But again, you got 20 seconds before this thing can fire again. It does have a little bit of anti-infantry fire through like a light pintle that's on it. Or a light coaxial, sorry, not pintle, coaxial machine gun. But, Werfer comes on in. Is that 2? No, just 1. Panther's been brought out. That's pretty good. It's like, hopefully more armor works. Grenadier Squad very low, but does manage to escape. Again, this is healing. You need that artillery coming on in. Volk Squad chilling on mid. Axis have lost half of their advantage. They're down to less than a 2-to-1 advantage. AT trying to hold the line. Again, this is where you activate those extra piercing rounds. And by God, you know, AT, but he doesn't have a lot of munitions. Panthers, though under heavy fire from the Jacksons, very weak. Jackson fire one last shot. Nope. Come on. Tiger's still under fire. Jackson, come on, kill it. I have no idea why this guy's charging his Jackson. That's insane to me. He's trying to get AT grenade. This guy should have moved up. If he would have moved up, that Panther would have died immediately. So that was a little bit waste. Food Killer luckily has enough resources to get another, but I will say it's a waste. Good use of the Panther, though. At least he killed the Jackson, got away. AVRE advancing, got another model. Oh, this is like, oh shit, not the AVRE. No, 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 no. Oh, please. Oh, double Jagdpanzer, I didn't see that, no. And the AVRE gets lured into a trap and neutralized. I didn't see the extra AVRE. But yeah, that would do it. Double Jagdpanzer and a King and an a Jagdpanzer. Jackson goes down. Big losses for the Allies right now. Jagdpanzer's barely alive, but it is alive, where unfortunately Perry is in a bit of a sticky situation, as without that AVRE, he doesn't have a lot to hold back the infantry from pushing into this point. This is where, actually, looking at the doctrines, a 17-pounder would be pretty solid. Look, I know they have the support guns, which could fire from afar, but if you put it back far enough in your lines, and you have the AVRE, those support guns won't move up. They'll be afraid to get blasted. Speaking of being blasted, MG gets neutralized. Infantry being pushed up, but again, King is just slowly wearing it down. 25 kills. AT gun moving on in, but again, right now, Allies at a disadvantage, and somehow the Axis actually have more population. I think it's because they recruited something or did something, not sure. They had overpopulation for a time. Oh, they might have recruited something. Not sure. Anyway, AT does manage to push them back. The AT gun has been pretty solid this game, I'll say that. British trying to fight in mid. He'll get another Churchill if he wants to another minute. Can he get a kill? Come on, kill that Volk Squad. Kill it. Kill it. There we go. Volk Squad down. That's a nice infantry loss. Ender using all of his manpower to get Obersoldaten. Werfer firing point blank. Not as much I thought it would do for a Werfer, honestly. Not as much. Artillery in this position. Allies, again, about to overtake the Axis in VP. They're 11 points away. So very good stuff there. Mortars holding back the MG and grenades hold back the 50 cal. Again, not a ton of resources. I think a cache would have done wonder for like parry and such, like a munition cache. But again, the problem is Axis are pop cap, Allies are at 2/3 of an army size. So they are significantly weaker than the Axis. So we'll see how things continue to fare for them. The double Jagdpanzer especially, camouflage is the big issue. if I was Perry, while the AVRE is solid, you essentially have a good anti-infantry force with the MGs and such. In my opinion, the 17-pounder would be where to go, right? And I know it's like, well, Greyshot, if he gets the 17-pounder, right, he won't be able to get himself a AVRE necessarily. And I'm like, right now the armor, the double Yag, King Tiger, Tiger Ace, Panther, the 5 armored vehicles are your biggest issue right now, not the infantry. While there is an almost Sedan squad, you can't deploy another, so it's 1 Ober squad. 1. And again, you have planes flying on in. There's no AA to speak of, so they're just going to fly around and cause hell. The armor is pushing on right. AT gun trying to hold, but it's a King.
Enemy causing trouble.
Firefly taking some heavy losses. Not heavy losses. AT gun takes some heavy hits. Knocked out the AT gun. Airstrikes maybe kills the Firefly. It does. Again, great attack. Attack when the enemy cannot take it, and he absolutely could not take those hits. Allies did overtake the Axis, but again, the Axis are not losing as many men as the Allies right now. And the Werfer continues that and kills the Rail Engineer squad.
Just a unit.
AVRE is on the field, but again, you don't need anti-infantry, you need anti-armor. Luckily, he has enough for a 17-pounder. Again, I recommend a 17-pounder, but he still also needs a 6-pounder additional AT with it, like a Firefly or something.
Trying to take a point from us.
He only has 1. AVRE just trying to come over to kill this MG. He's like, free kill. Cool. You're going to get yourself a free kill. But again, the Axis have more than enough resources to get another MG, so it's not that big of a deal. Jagdpanzer slowly advancing, camouflaged. Double Sedan holding onto that position. Again, they have overtaken the Allies again. Allies had such a good counterattack streak, but alas, just did not work out. Again, unless they get a great hit or maybe Axis fail in some big regard, like I just don't see. Oh, sniper! No, no kills. Damn it. Like, again, focusing on this with the assault officer, I think would have absolutely worked. Grenade being... No, it's artillery. Allies trying to push. Only 1 AT, though, and a Jackson. I mean... Buddy, there was a bigger target right here. Though, again, Jagdpanzer's swarming, so I wouldn't necessarily maybe charge any further. Small push on left. Half-track and AT guns there, so that MG's going to face a world of hurt. Again, just take this position. They're trying to hit that, but I feel like the Werfer is going to come down right here. Paratrooper squad's pushed back. Look, the AT gun's still in good position. He does take this position, stopping the bleed for the Allies. So that's good. But again, Allies need a big fucking AT gun. And at the very least, they have a Firefly. AT gun's there, though. And Jagdpanzer's not that far by. Oh, okay, there we go. Well, AT's gone, and Half-Track does dodge the shot. Again, AVRE's like, I can take a shot from you, Jagdpanzer. Get out of here. This has to be his MVP unit, right? This has to be. Even if the guy loses, he's used the AVRE very effectively, I will say. A lot. Even though he lost it, it was a surprise Jagdpanzer assault. I'm fine with that. Yeah, it's just something where I just don't see it. Airstrikes coming on in. Flying all over the battlefield. Infantry section trying to hold back the Obel Sedan squad. That'll hold until the King Tiger shows up. Again, Ender just doesn't have a lot of frontline infantry. That's his biggest issue. VP-wise, the Axis are trying to push on left, but the AT line will maybe hold back the Tiger. Again, he doesn't have enough munitions. It's the biggest bane of the Allies right now is munitions for Fukila, because he hasn't called in P-47s. He hasn't called any of that. This Panther's literally walking into the same line his cousin did. Buddy, I don't think that's a good idea. Never mind. I didn't realize how... Oh, right. No munitions, so we can't use the HVAP rounds. Turn around! Oh, he has no front line. Never mind. Come on. AT grenade this guy. Come on. He's still running. Gets killed by the king. Once again. If Fukilla just needs one more AT gun or something, and he could have held. On the left side, airstrikes are hurting Perry. Pushing him back a little bit. Axis have done. Take back the fucking. Up, too late. Oh, man. AVRE tried to come in to finish it off, but Tigris is still there. Jagdpanzers can deploy. Oh, actually, maybe the Firefly can kill it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Firefly, come on. Oh, damn it. AVRE, finish it off. Oh, man. Firefly. Firefly. No! No! Yep, the Jagdpanzers come on in to save the day.
German Firefly lost in battle.
GG. Okay, good GG. Weirdly, the Allies, I think, could have done better and maybe even won this if they had more AT. Like, I think that's the biggest issue. They slowly but surely, over the course of the game, they dominate the Axis in anti-infantry power, right? For the most part. Sniper, like, contests that, and the Grenadiers on one side. But, oh, really? You left? Just surrender. But, if I'm going through this, like, logically, like, AT gun would have stopped the Panther dive twice. It could have stopped the Jagdpanzers. Like, that's what they needed. Another AT gun or something. That's in my opinion. Is what the Allies needed. But overall, they had a good fight. AVRE especially just murdered so many units. Jackson did pretty well, 28k. Let's see. We got Perry with nearly 15k in damage. Again, I'm surprised the AVRE is not in here. Like, we look at overall, like, stuff. And sure, it didn't get that much damage comparatively. Wow, really only 154? But it got like 60 plus kills. It's insane. Monkey, his Grenadiers were awesome, and he kept him alive a good chunk of the game. And then we have the Jagdpanzers, which came in clutch, coming in to support the king and holding the line. Again, a couple changes. Assault Officer, if you're trying to use power techniques at long range. Additional AT for the Allies. On the Axis side, Ender, unfortunately, you had to deal with an AVRE. So, again, you're in a real tough spot. But I think not getting the LEFH would probably have helped you a lot more. Instead, rushing for something else, and that might have saved you a little better. And then Monkey, I would say for you, you had a great infantry force. But every time I kept seeing the Panther charge, not Panther, the Tiger charge, push back. Charge, push back, and did very little. The Panther, I think, was a good call. Top damage goes to Ender, who submitted this replay, so thank you. Monkey got top kills, which makes sense. He had the better infantry army in the second half. Fukilla got way more damage, but that being said, he couldn't kill necessarily with that. Like, he had a lot of damage, right? But he didn't get a ton of kills. I think the most he killed was like the half track or like light stuff. He didn't. Again, I feel like a little more could have been better. Anyway, and then Perry got a ton of infantry kills with the AVRE. He was solid with the AVRE. But yeah, no, good game. Thanks for watching. If you want to replay, or you have a replay that you want me to cast, submit to my Discord or Gmail down below. But it's been Greyshot17. I'll see all you guys next time. Hello, everyone. Before y'all go, you can check out more content above. You can subscribe, and you can hear as I talk about some amazing people who support me on Patreon, which include Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Malam, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, Pyroshark, Sumtool, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support. You literally help this channel keep on growing, so thank you. If you want to support the channel, again, check out some of the stuff I mentioned. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.